Hey guys, Mike here again from Munster Rugby. Now hopefully you've done the tennis ball individual skills program. This is a nice little progression with the rugby ball. So I'll show you what to do and you work out from the slides provided how many repetitions with each hand. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first one is ball handling. So what we're looking to do is holding our hands out and we're trying to rip the ball by spinning it clockwise and anti-clockwise. So you can hold the ball in the middle, or what I like to do is go a little bit down the bottom, a bit more surface area for the fingers to hold and apply that pressure. We're really trying to rip it with our wrist. From there we are juggling. We're trying to just touch only one end of the ball, 20 reps. So back and forth, nice soft hands. By soft hands, I mean we're trying to absorb the pressure through the fingers, the wrists, the elbows and shoulders, and then apply that pressure back. Okay. From there, we are flicking the ball behind our back and catching it with the other hand. Now don't try and catch it close to the body, try and catch it with the other hand. And if you're really looking to challenge yourself, try and catch it as you intend to offload it. So for me, again, I like to go down low so I can point the nose to where it wants to go. So the less finger motion or finger adjustment on the ball, the better. The last one is that we're looking to spin our ball on our middle or index finger 30 seconds, and then for the same period of time try and do it on our left. And I'm rubbish on the left, but I'm sure you can do better. Good luck. Next one is transfer fins. So we're on all fours for this one. We've got our fins supporting our body weight as we transfer the ball. Now we're worried about our tips, we're trying to protect those. We're going to tuck. Nice 3 points of contact there, so that being my hand, my bicep and my chest. I can tighten across my chest and then I can twist by dropping my shoulder and elbow. Make it harder, we get one leg up, repeat the process, then do it all again with the other leg. That's a doozy! Right, on to the next set, and what we're looking to do is pass a right to left spin pass straight up in the air. We're going to catch it with both hands and without any adjustment on the ball, get that straight back into it. So we're looking at our finger placements on the ball, guide hand being on top, power hand being on bottom, both going to generate that spin with that ripping motion. Just be conscious on catch it as you intend to pass it. Both hands will be finishing it up, pointing up high. So a progression on that drill is simply as we catch it, rather than going back into that same position, we are swapping the guide hands over it and then going into a punch action. So an example of that, right hand here going underneath, as I catch it, it now becomes the guide hand and I'm executing that pass. So get it to that low position, execute the pass, and then repeat the cycle left and right. Next progression is alternative arm spin, straight up, but catching either at chest or at head height. So disengage your bottom half, really generate the power through your core, tricep, bicep. Right, now we go into the rugby league pass. So we're getting our fingers either side of the ball pointing away from us, those middle fingers going down the seams, and it's a real wristy action. So we're really flicking it up there. And as we're catching it at chest height. So what we want to look for there is our palms up on a 45 degrees, fingers spread, with those pinkies creating that W now. So same thing, but this time we're going to be catching above our heads. So the slight adjustment is that our palms are up, still on the 45 with our fingers comfortably spread, and it's our thumbs now that are creating that W. Great, so starting with a float pass between your partners and yourselves, below the hips. So in a runner's position, I'm looking at creating a W with the pinky. Progression from this is that we go on to a rugby league pass. So with this one it's more of a flick. So the rugby league one, we're getting our fingers down the seam of the ball. Progression from there as we go into a spiral. again, we want to catch it as we intend to pass it. So with that, I mean catching it as we intend to pass it. As we're creating that W with the pinky, we want that slight split now, so our guide hands above and our power hands absorbing that pressure through. So it's slightly like that. So if I can give you an example, a line out throw down to the halfback goes below his hips. He can then absorb that pressure with his power hand, quickly load it to the hip and he can get it away. If that was side on, below the hips, that's then your guide hand absorbing that pressure and your power hand coming up over. Okay, so just think of it as a split stance on that W. Next one is a float pass to your partner at chest height. Same principles apply, it's just now that our W is into our thumbs. Progression from that is that we go on to the Rugby League pass again, same principle. Progression from that, we go into the spin again, so we make that adjustment by just rotating our W now, or you can split it, whatever's more comfortable for yourself. Catch it as you intend to pass it, so there's minimum adjustment on the ball, through to catch, through to pass. Juggling in pairs, so now we're using the tennis ball and a rugby ball. Tennis ball goes at chest height, rugby ball below the hips. Continuously back and forth, so be really conscious of being in that runner's position so you can adapt either way, and make sure that you're finishing with a point. And a nice little reminder, just focus on the ball that you're catching. There you go. That's good. A nice comfortable routine, isn't it? Progression onto that, just simply same but spin pass. That's good. So you go below my hips. The advanced progression from there is we catch with our left hand, swap it over to our right, give it back to our partner, and it just continues. Once we're through that, we just simply reverse it to catching on the right and pass with the left.